Risk management basics for the Quasidb service. The primary issue with trading and people losing money is their lack of knowledge about what size to use according to your account size. When I first started trading, I had a large account. I wasn't really sure about the size that I should use for the size of my account, and I was over trading and I was over leveraged. So this video is going to help you guys to avoid that and to know what lot size you should use for your account. So what you will need to do is open Google, go to MyFX book, and you can do position size calculator. Okay, well, let's say we're interested in the Euro USD, and yeah, you could use USD, and perhaps you've got $1,000 account size. Now, what you will need to do, this is absolutely imperative that you understand that the higher risk ratio, you'll get a greater reward, but the risk is a lot larger. So let's say we've got a 5% risk ratio. You only need 20 losses in a row and you've blown your account. Okay? If you have a 1% risk ratio, it'll take you 100 losses in order for you to blow your account. So what's preferable? Is that better or is this better? So that's obviously a lot better, but you'll have less money generated. But on the flip side is that your risk is lower. Okay, and we could perhaps say, I don't know, let's be fairly wide, have a 40 pip stop loss, and we can click calculate. All right, so your position size on a $1,000 account is 0.02, right? And you think, wow, that's not a lot of money. That's, if you had a trade on Euro USD and at 0.02, it's a microlot. It would take you, well, it would be almost minimum wage. If you were working at McDonald's and you had a nice move in the Euro USD, that would be equivalent to $50 in a day. So obviously, we can maybe think, well, okay, we can have 2% risk ratio. Then that would mean you have 50 losses in a row, which isn't really going to happen until you've blown your account. So let's click calculate. So we can do a 0.05 lot size, and that's probably okay. Never ever exceed 5%. So you'd never do a size as large as 0.12 if you had a small account, which is $1,000. Right? You'd never get larger than 0.12. If you've got a broker that doesn't accommodate microlots, then I'm sorry to say, but you're going to be screwed. Okay, so you'll need to find a broker that allows you to use microlots, because what will happen if you're using IG or perhaps Awanda, they won't allow you to do microlots. The smallest amount will be 0.1. Okay, and that's that. So it only takes you 20 losses in a row, and then you blow your account, because they don't accommodate a microlot. The smallest that they'll do is 0.1, but you want to do 0.01, right? Let's perhaps make it a bit tighter, because we really should be looking at a tighter stop. And because the stop loss was tighter, the lot size gets larger. But don't forget, we wouldn't want to do. You'd want to stick it to 2 to 3. So with a tight stop and with a 2% risk ratio, your position size is 0.08. But you've got to remember that you're in here for the long term as well. You're in for the long run, and you want to make that $1,000 last as long as possible. And if you're using large sizes, and then you're going to blow your account. I've known so many people who have not understood the position size with respect to their account. One guy is now obviously gone because he blew all his money. It wasn't even 10%. His sizes were, he had $1,000 account size. His lot size was 1. So yeah, it's ridiculous. So all it would take is 4 losses, and then he's blown his $1,000 account because he did not understand the position size in according to the account size. So what I recommend for the Quasidb guys, never ever exceed 3%. And that means that you have to use small position sizes, right? And that's what I mean by microlot. So hopefully that's clear. I'm going to do a part 2, and it's going to be about risk multiples now. And I'm going to draw something on paint, and I'll talk through it so you understand. The risk multiple is your risk to reward, and stipulating your stop loss, and then projecting your TP. And it should always be greater than 2R. But I'll talk about that in the second installment of the video. Remember just to go to Google, type in position sizing, and you should come to here, this address, which I can add to this video anyway. And never ever exceed 3% in any circumstance. And if you've got 2%, that's even better, because that'll take you 50 losses in a row, okay? I know you're thinking, wow, I'm not going to get rich, but the whole point is it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're in for the long run. It's like the tortoise or the hare. The guy who used massive sizes, what happened to him? He's gone. And, there's a lot of money lost. And I think it was a larger account on $1,000 as well. So he did not understand the risk to ratio. So hopefully that really helps. Any comments would be great. Likes would be awesome. And subscribe, that'd be cool. And I'm going to do part 2 now about the R multiple.